Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Don't do it again. No. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to TìandTarot, or welcome to TìandTarot if you are new here. Today's reading is our October predictions reading. So we're going to be looking into your work life, your side hustles, your love life, and your personal life as well. There will also be an opportunity at the end of the reading to ask any 3 yes or no questions pertaining to the month of October. And we will also be looking into the numerology dice just to see if there are any important angel numbers that might be relevant to you that we could look into. Do not eat those flowers, Chicken Nugget. This is a special Pickleball reading because it is October, so it's Halloween season, guys. So excited. So because of that, I've put some special Halloween themed pins on top of your cards for you to help you choose your pile. You essentially choose the pile you feel most intuitively drawn to, either based on the energy of the pile or the object on top, or even the number of the pile if that number resonates with you. So for pile 1, we have a potion pin. For pile 2, we have a bat pin, and for pile 3, we have this elegant ghost pin. So those are the piles today. Once you have chosen your pile, there will be a timestamp in the description box below for you to find your reading more easily, and I will meet you there. Bye! Okay, hello my pile ones, welcome to your reading. You chose this little potion bottle, which I'm gonna place here. So let's get into your October predictions, starting with your work life. So I know it's probably the most boring part of your reading, but I enjoy this. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have Forgo. So I can see you helping a lot of people at work, like especially if there are new people at your work that don't really know how to do things. They might be turning to you for wisdom, insights, or a bit of guidance. And I can see that you're a really generous, kind person, so you will be offering that sort of like help and that, support where you can. But there's like a secondary reminder here to not forgo. Like, don't neglect your own projects or duties or your own workload in order to help everybody else. Make sure you don't spread yourself thin. Like, you still have to make sure you meet your own personal like deadlines and projects more than anything else, like above anything else. So make sure you've definitely got the time to help them, and if not, just be like, hey, we can schedule something in for next week. So definitely be there for others, and I can see that you will be, but don't neglect your own duties in order to be there for them as well. That's kind of the message of October for your work life. So let's take a look at your side hustle now. Okay, so we have the King of Cups. Wow. Okay. We also have Look Away. Okay, interesting. I have to get that under the flower because it's bothering me. Okay, so definitely you're reaching like an expert level essentially in your side hustle. Like, you are becoming so accomplished in this thing that you have set out to do for your side hustle. By October, I can see you being really successful at this thing, whatever it is you're working on. Like, you're very skilled at it, you're very controlled, you know everything there is to know really about this thing. But you might be feeling a little bit egotistical about that in October, maybe a little bit cocky. I think personally, if you ask me, this is just the message of the cards, but if you ask me, I don't really feel that way. I feel like, being confident and assured of yourself, it shouldn't be confused with like cockiness or being egotistical. That's very much like a different energy. So you might be, feeling quite full of yourself and arrogant and above other people. I'm not saying you are, but that's what the cards are saying. So there's definitely a reminder here to not let this get to your head. Like, keep in mind that yes, you have really excelled at this side hustle, and you should be really proud of yourself and, feel really accomplished and celebrate your achievements, but don't then go and like rub that in other people's faces, if that makes sense. Like, don't put other people down or make them feel like less than because they're not where you're at. Not that I think you would do that, but that's just a message that's coming through as a reminder for you in October. So I feel like it's coming up to sort of just keep you grounded, essentially. So let's take a look at your love life next. So we have I will live in the present and try not to worry about the future. We also have the Sun in reverse. Ooh. Okay, yeah, so your love life is getting really good. Really successful, really positive. You are drawing people to you like a moth to a flame. Like, you just have this agamic energy. You're just drawing people in. And I feel like someone's going to be reaching out to you, especially because we have the flowers on top here. Whenever I see flowers coming out of a tarot card from the top down, I always interpret that as somebody reaching out to you or an opportunity presenting itself to you. So it's up to you whether or not you seize that or not. But definitely in your love life, I can see you living more in the moment, just enjoying your peace, enjoying your time, enjoying where you're at. And I think it's because of that positive energy that you're sort of carrying. It's then drawing people in, if that makes sense. You might already be in a relationship. So in that case, it can just mean that you're enjoying your time with them and they're putting more effort in. And likewise, back and forth, but I do feel like the person is putting more effort in, whoever this secondary person is, whether that's someone new asking you out or whether it's your current partner. I can see someone putting more effort in there. They know what they got. They know they got a good thing. And for your personal life, we have friendship, confidence, self, and soulmate. And we also have the Five of Spring upright as well. In terms of this, I do see that you may have potentially in October, a clash with a friend over values and beliefs and concepts and thought processes, anything that might cause like a little bit of an argument. I can see that like in October, you're kind of being urged to reflect, like do a lot of self-reflection, just to see who's right. Because sometimes in the heat of the moment, you're just like so determined to be right, you just say things that you don't even really mean or, stand by. And then like hours later, you're like, you know what, I regret that, let me apologize. But sometimes you really are in the right and they're the ones doing that. And so it's good to just take a step back and think about it. And that way you can reflect on who was right, who was wrong, who should apologize. And that doesn't mean you can't reach out to them if they're the one that needs to apologize. You can ask to meet up just to have a like chit chat about it and see if they apologize. And just talk over it and see where they were coming from. And, surrender a little bit. Like if you do expect an apology from that person, maybe start off by sort of apologizing for anything you may have done wrong in that moment as well, if you've self-reflected on that. And that might open them up to actually admitting that they did something wrong too, because they don't want to be like the only person in the wrong. So, just make sure that you're reflecting accurately on the situation and handling it really calmly, because I feel like, your friendships are very valuable to you. It says soulmate here. So, don't let this ruin any sort of really substantial relationships if that does happen for you. For others of you, it could just be that friends are coming in and you may not have anticipated that, and you may not be open and ready, and you might still be in your shell. So it's kind of about breaking open that shell to accepting new friendships and new connections in your life as well. Ugh, lads, my legs are going dead right now. So we're going to be moving on to the next part of your reading, where I'm going to basically answer any 3 of your yes or no questions pertaining to the month of October using these fortune telling cards. And you can go ahead and ask those questions in your head or out loud, whichever you prefer, and I'll do my best to answer those now. Go ahead and ask your first question and I will answer that now. Yes to your first question. Go ahead and ask your second question and I will answer that now. Without questioning. So that basically means like, yes, but also if you're asking if you should take an action or do something, it's saying yes, go for it, like 100%. Okay, I felt both of these for your third question, so definitely not a no, weather permitting. Okay, so what that means is that thing is gonna come true for you. Whatever you've just asked, it will happen, but it depends on certain factors as to when and how that happens. So you need to have the right timing, have all your ducks in the row, done all the research, done all the work, put all the effort in. Like, I can't believe I just did that. There's a lot of, things that you might have to do in order for this thing to sort of manifest, but it's definitely not a no. And I do just want to say as well, like, if any of the answers that have come up in here haven't been your cup of tea, they haven't felt positive for you, or like they align with you, please don't take it. Like, only take what resonates. When I do readings for myself, I only take the positive stuff. If it's like you're gonna get like a raise, I'm like, yes, you're right, I am. And then it's like, and then you're gonna lose your job. And I'm like, no, that's I just don't take it, even when that has come true. Like, I've done so many readings where it's like, you're gonna lose your job, and then I did, like, but if for the time being, I was just like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. So don't take anything you don't want to take. Like, honestly, I feel like I just put my foot in my mouth by saying, like, it still came true, because I don't want you to think that if you don't take it, it's still gonna happen. If you don't want it to happen, it won't happen. Like, just put it out of your mind. Like, if anything in this reading didn't mesh with you, ignore it. Only take the positive bits, and only take what resonates. So now we're going to be moving on to the numerology dice, just to see if there's any sort of important angel numbers coming up for you in October that could provide important messages. I'm hoping it doesn't fall. Oh, it didn't fall. Okay, so we have 98 for you. Alright, now I'm going to have a look in my grimoire, just to, because I don't remember, I don't remember all the meanings of the angel numbers, so I'm going to look that up for you now. So for 98, we have, you cannot teach what you haven't learned. Others will benefit from your past experiences. 100%. That's coming through so strongly, especially in terms of, over here, your side hustles and your work life. People are learning from the value and the wisdom that you have and the skills you have at work and in your side hustle. So it's kind of like you had to accomplish these things and do all these things in order to be able to help people and shed that kindness and that wisdom. So that's, yeah, really good energy that you're putting out. Like, you're very much putting out really positive sun energy this month. You're being really kind to people and just such a nice energy, which is kind of drawing in really good things for you. I think this is one of the most positive yes or no responses that I think I've ever had. So a really positive month for you ahead, for sure. So that was your reading, pile ones. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you felt drawn to any other readings, please feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Fridays for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye. Hello, pile twos. Welcome to your reading. You chose this lovely bat pin, which I'm going to place here. It's cute, it's purple, and it's matching the purple little bunny tails on all these flowers. So let's get into your predictions. This is for your work life. A second ago I was singing horrendously and a dog started barking aggressively outside, and I feel like it was telling me to shut up. Feel quite disappointed about that. Anyway, once again, you've got this really purpley energy. Purple is your colour this month. A spooky colour too. So, you know, it fits in with the Halloween theme. So, yeah, I don't know. That might be of importance to you. Maybe it's like helping you pick out the colours for your Halloween costume or something. But there's also purple coming up for you. So for your work life, we have influence and we also have temperance. So you have garnered a lot of power by being such a calm and balanced energy in your workplace. People come to you for things, you're a safe space. Like, sometimes at work there can be such difficult people who like have zero communication skills and just no one feels comfortable going to them and asking questions because they just, you know, they're not that type of person. You're the complete opposite. Like, you have created such a good space for people to come to that you've now garnered a lot of influence and a lot of power. People will come to you asking, do you think this person should get a promotion? Do you think they should join our team? Would you like to take this promotion and join this team, and you know, whatnot? And people are kind of fighting to have you in their teams as well, kind of like battling it out. Like, I feel like you're very much valued in your workplace, and that's coming through in October. You feel valued, you feel important, and people are coming to you for, you know, advice and support as well. So definitely really positive vibes at work this month. Really good energy. So let's take a look at your side hustle for October. So we have gratitude. Just gonna turn that around because it doesn't matter if that one's reversed. And we also have the Four of Wands as well. So definitely for your side hustle in October, this is so similar to pile one. If you were drawn to pile one, head on over there for sure, because both these messages have been the exact same. But you definitely are in a good position to be celebrating for your side hustles in October. You've completed a cycle in it. It could be that, you know, you've become so advanced that, like, you know how, you've mastered it. You know how to get what you want out of this side hustle. You know how to bring in sales or bring in views or whatever it is that you need for your side hustle to kind of progress and move forward. You've done it. you've reaped some sort of reward from all the effort you've put into your side hustle, so now you'll be celebrating. I can see you celebrating this in October, being really grateful for where you're at, because there's a lot to be grateful for. Like, you've garnered a lot from this side hustle, a lot of value, which is making you really grateful and really happy. Like, your hard work has definitely paid off, and now you're just enjoying yourself. You're enjoying the creative freedom, you're enjoying the flexibility, like you don't have to invest so much time into certain areas of your life. Now that time is freed up because of this. And so you're becoming really flexible with sort of like your schedule and your time, and you found your passion. Like, you finally found what it is you want. You may even like find that this has brought you a lot of friends. Like, it could be that this side hustle ends up or has already ended up leading you to a group of friends that were your like soul tribe, like the people you were supposed to meet. I can definitely see you having more free weekends and celebrating with friends. It could even be on Halloween night. Like, I can definitely see you going out and having more fun because that time's been freed up because of all the success you've had here. So that's so amazing. I'm so happy for you. So for your love life, we have, what activity could you get lost in? Keep your head out the gutter. I don't want to hear your thoughts right now. We also have the orchid. Okay. So your love life is looking dreamy as hell in October, I just want to say. So it could be that, I feel like for quite a few of you, you will already be in a relationship and be really solid, be in a really happy place, and just enjoy spending a lot of time with them. For others of you, like, if you're not in a relationship, you're headed there. Like, whoever's coming in for you, either somebody's manifesting for you in October, or they're actually coming in October, or you're already in a relationship. But whatever one of those it is, it's leading you to this sort of like final place of like pure bliss, pure enjoyment, pure happiness, spending so much time with this person. So your love life is really fruitful, really kicking. You have a really complementary partner. They match you very well. They give you the space you need and all the attention you need or want, and they put in the effort that you're kind of looking for. The levels of what it is you want, they're matching, you know? Like, they very much match your energy. Okay, so let's take a look at your personal life. Ugh. I listen to my body and give it what it needs. It's all about nourishment. It's definitely giving the orchid. These are definitely continuing on in the same sort of way. Like, these are kind of leveling up. Like, it's giving exactly what the previous cards are saying. We also have the fairy ring. Okay, so in your personal life, by October, you've either cut out a toxic habit or you're beginning to cut out a toxic habit, and finally paying attention to what your body needs, listening to it, giving it what it needs. You're putting that effort in, which is cutting out this toxicity. You're ending a toxic habit for sure in your personal life. You'll know what that is. Like, it could be like, I don't know, doom scrolling at night, and you're finally cutting that out and being like, no, my body is telling me to sleep right now, my eyes are killing me, like, I just want to go to bed. And it could just be you listening to yourself in that sense, which is bringing you a lot more happiness, a lot more satisfaction in life. So it could be any sort of toxic habit, but you're putting an end to it by October or in October. This is finally coming to fruition for you. Okay, so let's take a look at the fortune telling cards and see what the answers are to your 3 yes or no questions pertaining to the month of October. So go ahead and ask the questions you want to ask, either in your head or out loud, and I will try and answer those for you now. So go ahead and ask question 1. What do you think? So that's kind of implying like it's more about how you feel about the situation rather than what's actually going to happen, but I have pulled another card for you. Yes, you got it. So yeah, you can do it. Whatever you've just asked, or yes, it's yes to whatever you've essentially said. If it's like you've asked, is it this thing that I'm going to excel at? Then that's just said yes, you know? Okay, so let's take a look at your answer for question 2. We have try again, and I felt this one. Not a chance. And then let's answer question 3. Yes. Okay. So I just want to put like a little disclaimer out here, because this is harsh, this middle one. I mean, you could have asked, like, am I gonna fail at this? And it's saying not a chance, which could be really positive. But just in case it isn't positive for you, I just want to let you know, please only take what's positive, what resonates, what you like. Because I do that. Like, honestly, I only take what I like. If I do a reading and it's like, you're gonna win the lottery, I'm like, yes, correct. And then if it's like, oh, you're gonna, like, step in a puddle today, I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, and I just ignore it. Whether it comes true or not, I don't care. I just ignore it. Like, because don't let it weigh your energy down. Like, just go ahead and ignore it. If there's something in here you don't like, leave it here on the table. I'll sweep the negative energy away. You just go ahead and take the good things away with you, okay? Now let's roll the numerology dice to see if there's any important angel numbers that need to come up for you in the month of October. It might have important messages about... Oh, it fell off the table, so I'm rolling again. Okay, it fell off the table again and took the bat with it. Okay, so you got 72. I also was feeling 42. I couldn't really see what it landed on, so I'm going to read both for you. So for 72, we have help someone around you who may be going through a difficult time. You've got a lot to give. As I said, you've got a lot of influence. You're really grateful for where you're at. You're literally in the orchid phase of your love life, which is phenomenal. You're in the bliss phase. And then you're ending toxic habits. So you're in a good place to help others because you're in such a good place yourself. So that's kind of what we're getting there. And then for 42, we have a friend will bring joy to you. It also says, and a baby will be born soon, but I don't resonate with that, bro. So, like, I don't want to put that out there and disappoint anybody, so just go ahead and ignore that if you don't want to hear that. Also, if you don't want no babies, go ahead and ignore that. But essentially, a friend is bringing joy to you. So, as I said, like, you're going to have all that free time to hang out with your friends. You've got really positive friendships coming in because of this side hustle. So, that's going to be bringing you a lot of happiness this month. So, go ahead and invest in time with them, you know? Okay, Pole 2s, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. As I said, pile 1 was so eerily similar to this. You may want to check it out. And if not, I hope to see you here next week on Fridays for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye! Hello, my pile 3s. Welcome to your reading. You chose this little cutesy pootsy little ghost. So we're going to go ahead and put that over there. I can't tell if it's covered in, like, lemons or pumpkins. I really can't tell. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at your work life. You actually got 4 cards for your work life instead of 2. So let's go ahead and grab those now. I might have to move this actually because you've got 4. So you have the Knight of Cups. You also have the Sun card. Ooh, okay. We also have Sacrifice, and we also have Dig, Pull, and Bury. I always, when I see Dig, Pull, and Bury, I always think of, like, Snog, Marry, Avoid. And it kind of just makes me feel like you might be playing a lot of, like, you know, silly, like, fun games, especially around Halloween time. That's kind of the energy I was getting, just on the offside there. It could also indicate that there's a bit of immaturity going on around in the workplace. I feel like, and I could totally be wrong, so, like, please only take this if it resonates, but there might be a little bit of a romantic connection at work, and the only reason I'm getting that is because of the Dig, Pull, Bury, and the Knight of Cups. I'm getting there might be a bit of a romantic entanglement that maybe is a little bit foreboding. Foreboding? No. Forbidden? I don't know. It's a little bit tempting to you because it's like you shouldn't, but you could, you know. So I feel like it's somebody at work that you might be interested in, or they might be interested in you. And this is definitely a bit of an emotional roller coaster. Like, this is a bit of a wild ride. Like, if you do end up, you know, in an entanglement, shall we say, I definitely feel like there's going to be so much to it. So much enjoyment, but then also so much, like, wishy-washy feelings and potentially even, like, a little bit of hurt. Like, it's going to be an emotional roller coaster for sure. Make sure you have a lot of healthy protective boundaries in your workplace as well, just in general, regardless of that love prediction there. You know, make sure you've got healthy boundaries no one's pushing your buttons. I can also see that you're going to be so successful in your career. So successful. And it's either for just the month of October, or it's like starting October and continuing on. You're just drawing people in. You've got this agnamic energy. People are just drawn to you. And people automatically think of you if they're thinking, who would be really good on this project? Or, you know, who should get a bonus this year, you know, for Christmas or whatever. I definitely feel like work is going really well for you in October. When it comes to sacrifice, again, this could be to do with the romantic energies that I'm getting. You may have to sacrifice those romantic feelings in order to, you know, keep a level of professionalism at work. If there is someone that you're kind of vibing with, who's vibing with you, you know, and the energies are matched, you may have to pull back a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look at your side hustle. So we have boundary, and we also have death in reverse as well. Interesting. So I feel like you may be completely transforming your side hustle. So it might be like you started it one way, didn't like it, and now you want to change it. So it could be like, let's say you, I don't know, wanted to become like a pastry chef as your side hustle, but now that you've been doing it, you're actually like, hang on, I kind of want to do savory stuff. So you're kind of doing like a whole 180, like you're literally getting rid of what you had in the past and starting something brand new. But it can also be that you're changing the way you approach your side hustle as well, because it could be that you invested so much time and didn't really have a clear schedule to the point that it kind of consumed everything in your life. So for October, you're setting those boundaries and keeping your schedule really like clear and clear cut. Like the side hustle stuff, you're investing like only so much time per day or week or month, whatever it is that you want to dedicate to it. You're setting a clear boundary there and not crossing it. You're not letting it bleed into your personal life, in your social life, your work life. You're keeping that where it is, you know? Okay, let's take a look at your love life. So you have create a playlist for all your moods. Music can be uplifting and help you to unwind. It can also trigger emotional responses and release memories. And then you also have the Six of Spring in reverse, which is the Six of Wands. Okay, so now isn't a good time for sort of any major changes in your love life. You need to kind of take time to think things through, especially if you're like picking up vibes at work from somebody. It's time to like think about things and take space and just kind of like not jump straight into things. You know, mull over it. You know, when we listen to music, we're kind of in like a contemplating state, like you're kind of thinking things through, imagining scenarios sometimes if you're a bit maladaptive, daydreamy, you know, to do with your love life, and that might reveal to you how you actually feel about certain things. So it's actually quite a good idea to take a bit of a step back, like not necessarily put yourself out there, not necessarily like jump into things. Kind of let things come to you and then really take time to think about it and think over those things. So essentially for October, don't be asking nobody out. Make sure they come to you and make sure that you really think about whether or not you want to interact with that person. Okay, I'm going to slide these over so we've got a bit more space. Okay. For your personal life. So we have the Three of Spring, which is the Three of Wands, and we also have I will have a good day because it's my choice. That's so cute. Again, by the way, purple energy coming through, hello. So you've got like, this is really like reminding me of pile 1 because they had a lot of purple energy, but you've got purple. Not all of these cards are purple. A lot of them are like blue and stuff, and pink and beige. And then you've also got this purple flower here, purples in there, also some yellows, so complementary. And then we've also got the lavender bunny tails here. So purple might be your colour this month. So I can see that you're manifesting new personal goals. I feel like you might feel misaligned with the things you used to crave and used to want, and now you're kind of craving something new and different. And I can see you thinking and taking time and planning like what it is you actually want out of life, what your personal goals are. Maybe even like writing a little like journal note or message to yourself, or a little letter or something, and writing to yourself and sort of saying what you want for the future and how you're looking at the future differently. and the things that you kind of want to come of it, it might actually help to ground you and bring you back to your foundations. And then I feel like you're taking more charge of your life as well, personally. Like, I feel like you may have felt out of control of, like, your feelings kind of being controlled by everybody else and how they treat you and respond to you, but you're, like, trying to take more charge just so you can have sort of that sense of security from your own support and your own foundations that you set for yourself. So I can see, like, you just taking much more languid and, like, passive action, not, like, risk-takey action, towards realigning yourself with your true, like, ambitions and personal goals. Okay, so now we're on to the next part of the reading, where you can ask any 3 yes or no questions pertaining to the month of October. You can ask these in your head or out loud, whichever you prefer. Go ahead and ask question 1 now, and I will try my best to answer that for you. So the answer is yes when you are ready. Go ahead and ask question 2, and I will answer that now. Weather permitting. So that essentially means so long as, like, the timing's right and the ducks are in a row, then yes. But it has to be the right time. So go ahead and ask question 3, and I will answer that for you now. We have not possible, and we also have very doubtful. Okay, so I just want to put a little disclaimer out there. Whatever answer you've received, if it's, like, positive or negative or whatever, please only take the positive bits, only take what resonates, ignore the negative bits, leave them here on the table, leave the negative stuff, leave the negative energy you didn't want to hear in this reading. I'll sweep it away from the table, okay? You just go ahead and take the good stuff with you, okay? Take the positive stuff, leave the bad stuff here, I'ma take care of it. Only take what resonates. Please don't leave this reading sort of feeling like upset or hurt by any of the answers here. Just ignore them. Like, if you didn't like it, just ignore the negative bits. That's what I do. So follow by my example, okay? Okay, so now we're gonna roll the numerology dice just to see if there's any important angel numbers for you this month. Whoa. Okay, it didn't roll completely off the table, but you got 41. It did take the flowers with it. But you got 41, so let's check what 41 has to say for you in my little grimoire book. So, 41. Create harmony in your world. Sit quietly and listen to peaceful music. That's crazy because I feel like that's come up a lot with the music here and these cards. You're being told to be really peaceful, passive, like languid. Don't take risks or actions right now. Like, be very mindful, create your harmony, create your peace, and kind of live in your mind for now. Like, if you're having any desires to be like a little bit out there or self-destructive in a sense, instead of actually doing like those things and kind of taking those risks, just like fantasize about doing that. Like, so like if you were like, you know what, I'm just gonna quit tomorrow and like go on holiday for 2 weeks. Instead of doing that, just fantasize about doing that. Like, don't take those risks right now. I'm not saying that is the type of risk you'd want to take or that's what you're thinking, but I'm just giving you an example, you know? So that's kind of what it's saying. Just take a lot of peace and harmony and definitely listen to music because that's going to be speaking to your soul right now. So for whatever reason, trust in the music. Okay, pile twos, that was your reading. Twos? You're threes. I hope I haven't been calling you pile two this whole time. Okay, pile three. By the way, it was pile 2 that had the purple energy, not pile 1s. But yeah, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment. Oh, a visit from Kitania. Yeah, beautiful girl. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you were drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check them out now. As I said, pile 2 was giving the energy, so I'd say check out pile 2 if you were drawn to the little bat. And if not, I hope to see you here next week on Fridays for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye guys!